So I already told you that weeknight cooking is my jam. I mean, it's always so easy, so simple, and just full of great, amazing flavor. So picture this. How about a trip to Italy on a random Wednesday night? Can't get away because you gotta work on Thursday? No worries, one bite of this weeknight pasta dish and you're gonna be instantly transported to the warm coastal waters and the inviting smells of Sicily. And of course, everything we do, you know it's gotta be simple, easy, delicious, and just good food. So let's get started with my favorite pasta dish ever, okay? So on the stove, I've got a skillet getting nice and warm. I'm gonna toss in some olive oil, all right? Into the olive oil, I'm gonna add some flavor bases. So I've got some onion and celery, bell pepper already diced. I'm gonna put that right into the hot oil. All right, now, this is going to be a chicken bolognese, right? So no surprises here. And for that, I'm gonna add in some ground chicken. So right into the onion, the peppers, the celery is our delicious ground chicken. This is a pound that's gonna go right in here. All right, and I'm just gonna break it up as it cooks and cook it until it all cooks down. All right, so you can see that the ground chicken is starting to cook through really nicely and brown up. So this is looking really, really good for me, all right? So let's season this up with a few of my favorite seasonings, all right? So let's put in a little bit of onion powder. All right, then I've got some of that dried Italian seasoning that I love so much. So these herbs are gonna go in here. All right, for a little bit of heat, a little bit of red pepper flake. Never hurt nobody. A little spice. All right, the last thing obviously is a little garlic powder, or a lot of garlic powder, depends upon how much you like it. All right, let me give this a stir so you can see how it all comes together. All right, now here's what's important next. All right, I've gotta add in some tomato paste, okay? You wanna add the tomato paste in and just let it sit for a little bit because it's gonna develop the sugars in the tomato paste, which is gonna make your sauce taste really, really good. Okay, now that the tomato paste has had a chance to sit and bloom and develop the flavors, let's deglaze the pan with a little bit of red wine, just for personality. Now look, now doesn't this look good? I mean, I wish you could smell this. I mean, there's nothing better than tomato paste that's been sitting around, getting nice and caramelized with the red wine. I mean, it really smells good, all right? So the tomato paste is now doing its lovely job. So I'm gonna add in some tomato puree right into here. All right, and a little bit of chicken stock will help thin the whole thing out a little bit. All right, we'll give that a stir. So once the sauce has had a chance to sort of become one and get nice and juicy, I'm just gonna put in a little bit of sugar, right? And you're probably saying, well, why are you adding sugar? It's not gonna make it sweet, it's just gonna balance out all the acid from the tomatoes. Okay, so pot of boiling water, you know how we do. Let's put some salt in this boiling water. And I've got some angel hair pasta that I'm gonna throw in so it cooks. Now this is gonna cook really quickly, so be ready for it, all right? All right, pasta's been cooking. Let's just go ahead and drain it. All right, now, let's finish this whole thing off. So I've got a skillet up front here that's nice and warm. So I'm just gonna take some of the sauce and I'm gonna put the sauce into the skillet. Then, I'm just gonna add in some of the pasta, just like that. And I just wanna marry the pasta and the sauce. All right, and if it's a little dry, you add in a little bit more sauce. I've got some mozzarella cheese that I just wanna cut into a few cubes, right? This is part skim mozzarella, because it's gonna give us that lovely stringiness that we're looking for, and it melts really nicely. So I'm just gonna cut a few cubes of this. Now watch this. we're just gonna toss that mozzarella right into that pasta and let it become warm. All right, so now that the pasta is now nicely cooked, take a look at that, all right? And that little bit mozzarella cheese that we put in here is now, oh, look how nice and melty it is. And it just becomes one with the pasta. I'm gonna go in here for some of this pasta and sauce and cheese and ground chicken and a little bit of that red wine and chicken stock and the whole bit, you know, just really, really, look at that. Fantastic flavor. Oh my God. Listen, let me tell you something. Everything is so pronounced. You can taste, you know, the basil and the thyme and the fresh herbs, and there's a little bit of that red wine running through there, and that sugar just brings everything together. Yo, look. Okay, and here go the cheese. You know where to find this recipe. On my website, DariusCooks.tv. Two things I gotta tell you, as I always do. Food is my life. Life is my food. Until next time, happy cooking and eating from my heart to yours.